Hey everyone, welcome to week 5. We're moving right along. Math 310 week 5. Here's what you have to do this week. We're doing the video right now. So you have that quiz number 2. You can do that at any time because it doesn't involve those assignments 8 and 9. So assignments 4 through 7 are the focus. Notice that does include a little bit of review, so expect in that quiz to have some digit place game, some race to. There's some questions in there. Otherwise, it's mainly focused on handshake problem and sum of consecutive integers, and that new stuff that we did last week. Otherwise, we're going to move on to assignment 8 and 9 this week. So in assignment 8, it's more on the sum of consecutive integers and then some word problems associated with that. So in that assignment, you start off with this sum, use the algebraic method. So the key here, please clearly show your work on these. I'm not just looking for the final answer. I know you could probably put that into your calculator, if you have enough patience. Not looking for that. Looking for those steps that we did in the last assignment. So please clearly show out all of the steps. That's part of the points for these problems. Now, the trick on this one is trying to figure out, when you do that algebraic method, how many values are in this sum. One trick to do that, I can show you real quick. Divide out a 3. And you might be able to see it that way. If you divide out a 3 divided by 3, and the reason for 3 is because all of these are multiples of 3. But if you divide 3 by 3, you get 1. Divide 6 by 3, you get 2. Divide 9 by 3, you get 3, etc. So this is actually that sum multiplied by 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3, all the way up to divide 108 by 3. And then that's your last number in the sum, which is, those are just now counting numbers. So that could lead you to figuring out how many numbers are in this sum, which you need when you do that algebraic method, right? So you got to know how many numbers are here. So my hint trick, divide 3, look at that last number, okay? Otherwise, we've got that type of problem in disguise, you're right? You're just trying to figure out the number of seats in the hall. This one's going in even numbers, so you might use that trick again to figure out how many rows there are, because the number of rows is the number of values in the sum. Otherwise, it's similar, so again, show your work using that algebraic method for these as well. That would be good. And then this last one, think of the handshake problem for that one. It's similar to the handshake one. It's just teams in a basketball league instead of people shaking hands. Okay. So that's that assignment. And then the other assignment is something brand new. It's called balancing act. So back to some exploration here. The idea is you have, in this first example, 7 pumpkins, and these are the weights of the pumpkins in pounds. Okay. So each one is listed there. And then you have a donkey, and you want to perfectly balance the 2 baskets, or else the donkey, who is stubborn, is not going to move. Only is going to move if they're perfectly balanced. That means you got to, okay, and you can't cut the pumpkins up, right? You got to leave them whole pumpkins. You got to put some in one basket and some in the other. And you want it to be perfectly balanced. In other words, weigh the same on both sides. Okay, so use some trial and error to figure out if it's possible. Can you put some on one side and some on the other, so that the weights are equal? And if so, explain how you did it. If not, explain why you cannot do it. Once you've experimented with that one, you can put that one here, right? So now this is, okay, the one you just did is this example 1 through 7. So you can put your answer for that here, right? And then if you just had a pumpkin that weighed 1 pound, no, you can't balance it because you only have 1 pumpkin. It's going to go on one side or the other. So each case, it's either yes or no. 1, 2, and 3 you could do, right? You could put the pumpkins that weigh 1 and 2 pounds on one side, and then that third pumpkin that weighs 3 pounds on the other side, then that's equal, 3 and 3. So that's a balancing of yes. So for each one, you're going to figure it out, yes or no. And then if yes, how did you do it? If no, you don't put anything, but yes, how did you do it? Okay, so fill out that table and then any patterns, right? Describe any patterns you see and then make a conjecture about what kinds of collections can be balanced. Is there any patterns that you see, like if you have consecutive integers, you know that last number is blank. Just by looking at that last number, I know whether it can be balanced or not. Is there any patterns you see? Can you come up with that conjecture? Try that, okay? And then that will be the end of that assignment. Okay, finally, you have a discussion post. And this one, the discussion post is actually a little video to watch. It's only 4 minutes long, I believe. And it has to do with consecutive sum exploration, but it's going to give you a little bit of a different angle on this. So the idea of the video is if you have a number, can you represent that number with some consecutive sums? Not necessarily starting at 1, which 6 you can do, 1 plus 2 plus 3. 5, you can do a consecutive sum, 2 plus 3. You didn't have to start at 1, didn't start at 1, but it still works. Okay, so you're going to be exploring with that little problem that is clearly posed in this cool little video with Dr. Raj Shah. And then once you've done some exploration on your own, jump into the discussion. What did you come up with? And then bounce your ideas off other students, respond to some students, put your thoughts, and do that post. Oop, those dates are not right. That's due February 21st. Everything this week is due February 21st. Okay, so I'll change that before I launch this module. Okay, so yeah, just noting that. Notice normally our due dates are on Monday. This week, since Monday falls on a holiday, February 20th is a school holiday for us. So I did not put the due date on Monday. It's Tuesday, February 21st. All of these things are due. Okay, I hope you're enjoying the class. Send questions my way if you have any. Otherwise, have a good week. Talk to you later. Bye.